welcome to my channel. My name's Lizzie. I hope you're doing good, feeling well, staying warm, and ready to find out what's going down for the fire signs. This is a random reading. I'm not sure what type of reading it will be, but we will find out. I'm going to start with some zodiac, even though we know you are a fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but let's see what energy you're in or who's coming into your life or what we need to talk about as far as the zodiac signs, planets. Don't harp on the signs too much. I talk about energy on my channel. But if it resonates, take it. Everything's a sign. Oh, go on. Fire and earth. That's me. I'm a cusper. Fire and earth cusper. So every time I see this, I'm like, hey, you're a cusper like me. You could possibly be a Virgo, Leo, Sag. Virgo, Leo, cusper. I don't know what the other earth cuspers are, to be honest, off the top of my head. Cancer. Okay, we're going to talk about all these in a second. I'm just going to get a few. Libra and Pluto. Let's see, we'll do two more. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe because I am paying attention to not only what signs are watching, but what types of signs. Because remember, at the end of the month, I'm analyzing the rest of the readings based on this month. So click the like button so I know fire signs are watching. Let me know in the comment what fire sign you are so I know which one to keep for sure. If you want to keep yourself in the running for specific Leo, Sag, or Aries readings or specific fire sign readings, or to keep you in the horoscope readings that I do weekly. Okay, speaking of fire, finally got one. Sagittarius. Okay, so, and your other one was Aquarius. We're going to talk about energies now. Earth always, to me, is like balancing, leveling yourself out, emotionally, physically grounding, stabilizing, getting rid of toxicities, building something off the ground, literally like starting of a project. Earth also talks about, to me, pregnancy, fertility stuff as well. Fire is passion, drive, ambition, your talent, love, also anger. So any of these energies, I'm sure will be matching up later in the reading. The energies coming across right now and what we need to discuss. Cancer are ruled by their feelings, their emotions. But they're also very stoic at the same time. You're not always going to know what a Cancer is thinking and feeling. They're very hard to read. So it's funny to me because you have two air signs, a fire sign, and water sign. Usually fire and water kind of clash because, one puts the sizzle out, but not all the time. They can be great lovers and work partners, but I'm kind of getting clashing energy as far as two energies in the mix here. I don't know if these are like two love interests. This could be a nemesis. This could be someone you're in competition with or just have ill will or beef with, because Cancer talks about emotions and Sagittarius are very much like spur of the moment go-getters. They love to travel. They kind of fly by the seat of their pants, and Cancer is like that as well, but in this aspect, I feel, not that it's related specifically to the sign all the time, but I feel like they feel the Sagittarius energy is the wrong kind of passion, like the revengeful, spiteful, being shady. So there's someone with very deep emotions, maybe wounded, victimized energy, and then there's like, to be honest, there's like the predator-prey situation. Somebody's a predator and someone was preyed upon. I'll figure that out more in the reading later if you're the one that was preyed upon, or if these are just people entering your life. We have Aquarius and Libra and Pluto. Pluto to me right now is like either you are one of these energies, and there's like, this is another love interest, and there's like a separation. So if you're married, you could be legally separated. If you were together, you could have broke up. If you're business partners, you could just like be handling your own projects, and there's like space of frostiness, like war zone, hostile, fighting for crumbs, even nitpicking, anything you can do, I can do better kind of thing. But Aquarius and Libra over here, Aquariuses are very much in their mind, but that's also what they're ruled from. So you have Cancer, who's ruled from emotions, and Aquarius, who's ruled from the mind. They're very opposite. I don't know why, I kind of feel like this is like two love interests or two people in your life. Somebody who's very emotional and reacts emotionally, is very fiery and like a pistol energy, and somebody who's very cold, cool, calm, and collected, icy, frosty. There's someone who gets mad and you can tell when they're mad, their passions are worn on their sleeve, and then there's somebody who just ices you out with complete and utter frost, like you don't exist. Cold-hearted, feisty. Cold-hearted, feisty. I don't know what this is, but Libra talks about justice, about either this issue coming to an end, or like the ending of a relationship, or something coming in your favor because there was a prey, hunter type situation. But let's see what the hell is going on here. Where to start? Let's start with the Ask Your Guides Oracle cards. Exactly. So let's talk about this Spitfire, ruled by their emotions character here. My deck's upside down again. Decisions and compromise. So you need to make a decision. This is definitely a third party situation. I don't know if it's like a work situation, like a collab. Like I don't no longer want to collaborate with you. I want to be myself and do my own thing. Like a band breaking up, or like you're in sales, and instead of like combining your resources, you're pulling your resources so you make yourself more money. I don't know. But this is like two different lovers. You have someone's feisty and someone who's frosty, and you have to make a decision. Or this is you, one of you as frosty, feisty, and you need to make a decision about your relationship. This could be, I feel like some of you, this is a divorce situation. This is a nasty breakup, a nasty divorce, or a nasty business split, or both, because one or both of you wants a new life. In order to get that new life, you got to end stuff. You got to split your assets. You got to go your own ways. And that's where you're at, unfortunately. And I don't feel like it's going well for you. Because you got frosty, cold, shut down, fiery, feisty, wishing war. So neither one of those are good. What's this decisions? Suffering to make this decision, suffering, like this was a hard decision to make, to either divorce, to admit that even if you're not divorcing, you could just be separating and wanting to go to counseling, but knowing you can't be together right now because it's toxic. Doesn't necessarily mean you are getting a divorce, but I feel like either you are in a nasty divorce nitpicking, or you're in that decision of, we need a break. Either way, it's not good. I don't know if this is a love or business. I'll let you place that. And I'm just going to start describing and digging into the details for you. See if we can get some answers. Why is this viewer suffering to make this decision? I feel like you are the one that wants this new life. You could have even had a new baby. Or there's like a love baby in the mix here for some of you. This could be a decision to whether to keep a pregnancy or not. I'm pro-choice, no judgment. I've lost babies And I still don't judge women for having an abortion. That's your body. That's your choice. You have to be ready to be a mother. And if you're not ready to be a mother, I feel like that was a decision that you were meant to make for yourself. I believe in divine timing. And I believe in divine order. And I believe every child who's meant to be born will be born. And every child that's meant to actually be an angel is taken. You don't know how God makes angels. You have no business knowing how he makes his angels. And you have no business deciding for people what's right or wrong. We are never to judge, and we all judge, including me. It is not our job to judge. That's their job. When you die and you are judged upon, there's only one person that's supposed to do the judging, that has that authority to say what goes. The rest of us, it's just opinion and fodder and has no business, and it's evil and it's sin. And again, we're all guilty of it. I judge people. Even when I tell myself to stop it, my mind still does it. We are born with sin. Separate that so that abortion laws can stay. Because nobody has the right to tell someone what they believe in this country as far as religion. And bringing a life into the world is 100% spiritual. It is not religious. It is spiritual. You are making a soul. So if that person doesn't spiritually believe in bringing a child into this world, technically you are infringing on their religious rights. Hence, abortions being banned are technically against religious rights in this country. If you want to get technical, I am building for this war, if you couldn't tell, America. Sorry, let's get back to your reading. Slowly leaking it out there. How the hypocrisy of this fucking country. We have zero rights, and this is abundant, blatant. You have no rights dingling in your face for what they're taking and shifting around when this stuff takes years, because it's got to go levels upon levels of the court system before a decision is made. At no point in time can someone just make a fucking decision. And that's law. Without, at least leaving room for a response, especially if it's a first law or it's an extreme law like this. You have to give it time to be objected. As far as the American people go, we do get a fucking say in what laws stick. You all need to go back to school. Go back to fucking senior year when you learned U.S. history and U.S. government. It was a forced, mandated class, and nobody listened. Because if any of you listened, the government wouldn't get away with a quarter of the shit that they do. You don't need to go to law school. You just needed to pay attention in that class. FYI, when your kids are in high school and they're doing those classes, borrow that freaking textbook. Okay? Love you. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the government. Because we're ignorant for a reason. I had to dig. I had to go to law school to see the fucking disgusting. This country is a joke. Go to law school. Just 1-2 semesters, that's all it takes to see the hypocrisy of this country. Everyone who graduates as an attorney knows this is all bullshit. But, the money's good. Oh, the money's good. If you actually believed in your convictions and freeing this world, you would never participate in a corrupted system in the first place. How can you change in a system that's rigged against everybody, including the people fighting it? No change comes. No change comes. You gotta attack the system itself. Rise up, America! Rise up! I hope aliens exist, and I hope they listen to me. Hello, aliens. I got shit to say to your people before you come here about our leaders, okay? Alright, so we have new beginnings, Divine Father. Yes. New life, new beginnings. I feel like I just absorbed your energy. I just absorbed it. This is your fight. Exactly. I mean, not your cause. But I feel like you're infringing on everything is somebody infringing on your everything. I just misplaced the energy. I am an empath. It takes me a minute sometimes to catch it. But we have rest and victory. You are going to get through this shitty ass, petty, back and forth, whatever this is. The suffering is ending. You're going to get this new life. You're going to get this new beginning. But I do feel with this rest, it's going to be a minute to reach this compromise because of someone's literal decision. Like, I just feel like this person is not compromising on purpose. Just because they don't want to see you happy. It's not because, I mean, it might be a little bit because they're hurt and they feel betrayed and they're hoping that it might work a little bit. But the majority of the reason is they're that evil. They just don't want to see you happy with someone else. Just like the government doesn't want us to have control over our own bodies. I feel the same that you're feeling. So I feel you. I feel you. Faith. Have faith, yes. Walk in the light, because I feel like this person is very dark. Like, everything about this person is dark. I feel like you're seeing it now. Maybe you couldn't before. Like, their attitude, the way they speak to other people, their energy. Like, when they come in the room, even, it's just like a heavy or like a, oh, God, you know, anxiety or, like, everybody walk on eggshells. Like, evil people have that. Yeah, victim. This person aims to keep you a victim, and it aims to keep you in victim mentality. Perhaps you dipped down to their level, or I do feel like you have been hurt. I do feel like you have been used. But I feel like how you saw this being used or being hurt is miscued, or was miscued. Like, if you are in, like, a narcissistic situation, they could have came across with this faith as somebody who was very wise and grown up and mature and could teach you a lot, but really meant to take from you or use you. It's like a false twin or a false prophet of something. I don't know. But that, like, they made you think that attacks were coming from one way. And somehow you saw that they were coming from this person. I don't know if this is coming futuristic, because I am a more futuristic reader, or this is recent, past, current stuff. But now you're seeing the truth. This faith is also your connection to your intuition or spirituality. That connection of something's not right here and why you kept digging in. I still think you're holding on to what this person did. And again, I feel like you have a right to, because I feel like this person is nasty, but Spirit is reminding you, forgiveness isn't about them. It's about you. It's about freeing you by staying angry and vindictive and not even towards them, just in yourself. That is a tether that attaches you to that person, and their energy can still transform up through that tether and affect your life. You got to cut that tether. By doing that, you got to forgive that this person is just an evil person, and evil people do evil shit. It's not your fault. You know, we all make mistakes. I'm good and evil. I do good things, I do bad things. And I have to atone, and I have to, stay humble. Everybody has to work at it every single day. And I feel like Spirit's really trying to, the longer you allow this person to victimize you or make you feel like a victim, or the more you because I feel like there's an element of you want people to see the truth about this person, that they're horrible. They might be viewing them as an angel. But boo-boo, you remember, you once saw this person as an angel too. Do you still see this person as an angel? No. They will also get to that point on their own. You don't need to fight to prove someone is evil. That evilness will prove itself every fucking time. You stay quiet, you mind your business, you stay in the light, you follow your path, you do what's best for you, and you let them do their thing. And you don't let any of their words, you don't let anything they do affect you. Because as long as you do, you are connected to evil, and evil will touch your life. I was very angry at my karmic. I still, in my heart a little bit, he doesn't deserve forgiveness from me, but I needed to forgive him to cut that tether. So that motherfucker can't touch my vibes, can't touch my energy, can't touch my life. It's not about them and what they deserve. It's about me and what I deserve. I deserve to be free from that asshole. You deserve to be free from your asshole. By constantly thinking about what that person did to you, what they should have done, what they could have done, how it all would have, that's a tether again. You're tethering your heart, you're tethering your mind, just like succubus of energy. And evil people feed off of that. They'll continue to feed off you like a fucking vampire. You have to literally stop thinking about it. You have to literally stop living about that life. Everything you did with that person, you don't do it again. You don't communicate. If you have kids and you have to communicate, you can set up by proxy. Somebody who arranges the child's meetings and all of the discussions. You do not have to speak to the person, especially if it creates a toxic environment. They will appoint, like, okay, so we're going to talk through the grandparent, or we're going to talk through the aunt, or somebody who can mutually get along with you both, that says, okay, you're going to pick up this kid at this time, or you can come to the game at this time, and you two never have to speak to each other. So don't use any of that shit as an excuse as to why you can't untether yourself. You do not have to physically speak to them. You do not physically have to be in their energy if they are toxic. Co-parenting sometimes for the child is better to be completely separate. In my family, we do things now together, but for a long chunk of my childhood, my parents were completely separate, and it was better because they did not fight. And it took that, everybody in their corners, for everyone to be friends. So it doesn't have to be a permanent thing. You know what I mean? It's only if you have kids, but I just felt the need to put it out there. But abundance is coming in and grief. Like, I feel like you either lost a lot of money from this person and it's going to be replaced, or you got an inheritance from somebody who passed away, or you could have lost a puppy, a dog. I'm getting those vibes as well. Clarify what this abundance is. Sound pop. There it is. Workaholic. So, I feel like you've been really trying to make money, bring it. Maybe money is what you need, is the victim of being stuck mode for you. For some of you, you might financially not be able to get a divorce, or not financially be able to move and be able to afford child support. So I feel like either Spirit's calling you to get a second job, your freedom and your sanity is worth it. So if getting a second job helps you afford your own place away from this person, you got to make those sacrifices. But I feel like that's what you're already doing. Majority of you are focusing all your attention on work and making money to get out, to get unstuck. But you are also grieving the end of this thing. This person wasn't always evil. I feel like you feel duped. I feel like you feel used. I feel like you're taking it, your pride's hurt. How did I not see? Definitely narcissistic vibes, expansion. Yeah, you want to move away from being the victim. You want to move away from sad. You want to be happy. You are choosing your own happiness here. And somebody don't fucking like it. Well, too bad for them. Boo-boo. Keep doing you. You're doing amazing. And keep having that faith. But let's get a little more. We're going to get Moonology. Balance spirituality and practicality. Remember, trust your inner knowing. You're doing the right thing. You're not using someone. You're not victimizing someone. Someone's doing something evil to you. All you can do in this life is control your thoughts, your actions, and how you live your life. If you live your life good, if you do things right, Spirit's going to back you up. Granted, sometimes we have to wait for this justice. I'm still waiting for the justice about my dog, but I know in my heart it is coming, because that was 100% wrong. You know what was done to you was 100% wrong. Trust Spirit's going to get them for that. It's not going to happen tomorrow, might not happen today, but it will happen when it's going to hurt them the most, not when it's convenient for you to see it, because they need to learn the lesson, not because God's swinging to hurt, but because they only learn when they hit rock bottom. So they're going to bring the hammer down when it's time for rock bottom. And that time is up to them, not us. Just trust and know that what wrong was done to you, they will have to answer for it. Okay? It's not up to you to make them pay. You aren't the judge and the jury. You're not God himself. It's not your place to judge. Even if you have a strong opinion, even if you feel, even if you are right and you are a true victim, we still, horrible shit was done to me, but if I rose up and I killed that mother effer, I still have to carry that sin. That's still a murder. I dropped to their level. I'm going to have to answer for that. Every action, every reaction, we are going to be judged upon. So know that their evil actions that they are doing to you will be judged upon, if not in this life, when they die. And trust me, I would rather deal with my karmic justice in my lifetime than have to deal with it when I die. You get more screwed if you don't do your penance when your clock is still ticking. Adjustments are required. That's that energy of cutting the tethers. You need to get this person what they did. Stop harping what happened, the thing that hurt you, the person you lost, this thing that's connecting you to grief and sadness. You have to literally sit there and cut every tether. That's every thought. Cut it out of your head. That's every person in your ear trying to make you react or feel a certain way. Cut them out one at a time until you are free. And don't stop until you are free. Okay? You got this. Let's close out your reading with the Enchanted Map Oracle cards. What do we need to tell the fire signs for this reading? I know it was a bit intense. Got a little preachy there. Your fire signs, you get it. You're feisty. I have 2 fire sign parents, Aries and Sagittarius. That's where I get it from. Okay? Even though I'm an earth sign and half fire sign, I'm raised by 2 pistols. Ooh, yeah, set the right intention to, every idea, every intention, everything we set out to do is like an egg with a chick in it. And it's in that hibernation mode, waiting to break through the shell to breathe life. So be mindful of the chick you are planting. Are you going to birth an evil chick that comes out like, I'm going to kill the world? Or are you going to birth a chick that's like, I'm cute, pet me, let me swim in the pool on the farm, and all the kids look at me and like, oh, look at the ducky. What kind of duck are you hatching? The intention behind what you do, if you want good things in your life, if you want prosperous things, they have to be in the light. They have to come from you. They have to come from your magic. They can't be stolen, they can't be borrowed, and they can't have malicious intent, ever. It's gonna hatch a bad one. You don't want that one. Golden Palace is coming home to yourself, coming home to your spirituality, making sure you are your actions, your reactions, your speech, everything about you is aligning to the person you want to be and the life you want to be. Your actions have to match, or you're just staying stagnant. You're staying that same person who can't, it's like the repeating record, who just can't go to the next song. You just keep replaying the same song until the record is worn out, and then you can never hear that song again. Jump to the next track before you ruin it forever. Yeah, you definitely have goblins stopping this change. Evil people that just don't want to see you successful, happy, and about seeing you smile, and about seeing you in love with anyone else, and about seeing your stuff on the shelf anywhere. There's haterators, tethers just attaching to you, and you're allowing it, and Spirit's like, I need you to let go of the anger, the resentment, all of it. They're fucktards. What they did was evil. You didn't fucking deserve it. Trust me when... This is Spirit talking to you. Trust me when I tell you I'm going to give you so much better. Fuck these people. I will take care of them. Let it go. Because you, my dear one, are going to end up with the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And they're going to get coal in their stocking, if you feel me. So just keep going forward and let me worry about that jerk off over there. That's how you deal with it. Give it to Spirit. They will take care of it. I promise you. I promise. They see all. They know all. They see things you don't even know. Trust that they know. They know what's up and they know what to do. This ain't their first rodeo. It might be yours, though. Yes, educate yourself on... I feel like if you are in a nasty divorce, maybe looking into your laws or looking into ways that will make this person not have a choice but to settle might help move it along. Educate yourself on your options for whatever your situation is. And remember how I said that rock bottom is either happening for you if you are the one that was doing the wrong. And if you are the one at the rock bottom, guess what, boo-boo? I've been there about 60 fucking times in just this lifetime alone. I mean, not all big, huge, dramatic rock bottoms, but a few of those. Every single person on this planet fucks up, winds up here, has to dig themselves out. So guess what? If you're on rock bottom, all that means, boo-boo, is you are a human on Earth having a human experience. And this one time that you're in, you fucked up. You gotta eat it. You gotta climb yourself out. It's okay. We all gotta eat our own shit at least once in this life. It's called karma. And we don't always earn good karma. We earn bad karma too. What do you think, that just, floats off into the ether and you never have to deal with it? No, you gotta deal with it. And trust, if you're not the one at the rock bottom, guess who's getting that rock bottom next? Some of you need to come home, make peace in your home, or come home to yourself. Bring all that light back. Let the anger, the resentment, let it all go. Life is too short to be angry all the time about things you cannot go back and redo or change. You cannot go backwards. You can't go sideways. You can't go frontways. You can just be here. So live right here. Start today. Drop all the shit about yesterday that's hurting your heart, that hurt you from your childhood till now. Goodbye. Let it go. That's how you free yourself. It's not that complicated. You just got to be willing and able to let it go. You got to let it go. Please, fire signs, for your sanity and your sake, to get off this bottom or to avoid it altogether, you got to let the light in and the fire fizzle out and smoke and have a good sleep, a nap, or whatever you need to get kumbaya and then start fresh. Yeah. The Spirit's encouraging you to be kind, to be sweet. This is them hugging you. You're going to be okay. They're not saying you don't have a right to be angry. You do. have every right to be angry, but you've been angry for a very long time. It's time to let it go now. You gotta put it down. You can't fight forever. There is an age limit to being a warrior. I hate to break it to you. You've reached that age. It's time for retirement, Spirit says. I hope this was helpful. I hope it gave you something that was really going to get you out of this rut, because I feel like maybe people have been saying this to you and saying this, like, you got to let it go. You got to let it go. It's eating you. It's changing you. I hope you hear me. And if you don't hear me, hear Spirit. And the signs they're going to continue to give you. They're never going to give up on you. Don't give up on yourself. You got this. You can get yourself up out of anything. You don't need a savior. You are the savior, because you're only given what you can handle. And if you can handle it, you got the tools in the toolbox. Maybe it's time to go in that box and fiddle and see what tools you got and how to use them. And by figuring that out, we'll figure out your own mess. You are the manual to life. You are the book of life. You are the answers you seek. It's just not always the answers you're willing to accept. It's often the hardest route, the ones we don't want to take and ignore and hope that someone's going to tell us we don't have to. I'm not going to be that person. You got to do the work on this channel. Every time I'm going to tell you, you can't run. The longer you run, the longer you ignore, the longer you stay mad and think, I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's only hurting you. I want you to hear me so you are free, not so I can be right or anyone else is right. This isn't what spiritual teachers do. We're saving you from shit we already did. I already made this mistake you're making. Stop now. Turn around. It's gonna get bad. I know, because I was there at rock bottom several times. Take it from an expert. I'm an expert at fucking up. Shit happens. Everybody's got to be an expert at something. Right? Anyway, I love you guys. See you next time. If this resonated, remember, let me know in the comment what fire sign you are specifically, so I'll put you on the list. And hit this button's like so I know fire signs are responding. Hit the like button. I said that all messed up. Maybe I should just go to bed. I love you guys. See you next time. Bye.